So we begin a 3-month journey and a 12 weeks of practice dedication. And sometimes at the beginning, and also for me, there can be this little bit of sort of butterflies in the stomach and excitement and what am I going to learn and what are we going to do? And that kind of builds the energy up a little bit. And that's fine. And at the same time, with this practice, something that is important for me is one of the foundations of the practice is that all action begins in rest. And this is not something I made up. If we go back to the Tao Te Ching, this is a teaching. I see that I'm having a little camera thing happening, but it'll come back into focus. Give it a second. Yeah. The Tao Te Ching is an ancient book of wisdom that is said to have been transmitted from Lao Tzu, a wise sage of 3,000 years ago. And the Tao Te Ching is such a beautiful book about natural wisdom. And when we start to practice restorative yoga and a yoga that's more of an inward listening yoga, whether it's yin yoga, yogaSOMATIcs, any form that lets you listen inward, we could almost be reading the Tao Te Ching from inside. Our natural wisdom and our natural instincts start to come back and they give us something to lean into for the practice. So, one of those lines in the Tao Te Ching is that all action begins in rest. So, for 5 minutes, we begin because there's now a little, oh, let's see what we're going to do today. So, before we do anything, let's dedicate 5 minutes to doing what looks like nothing. So, an invitation, you could be seated or you can be lying down. Any position, restorative gesture, not restorative gesture, bed, seat, whatever you want. What would be a shaping of your body right now that would help you to just be in a relaxation state, a non acquisitional state? So find that right now, either laying down or sitting for about 5 minutes, and I'll just guide you a little bit. I also borrow these 5 minutes of all action begins in rest for myself. There's a lot of you are teaching online, I know also, so there's a lot of preparation that goes into getting all the technicals ready, and that's a lot of outward moving energy, which is important and good and clear and focused. But also for me, you'll notice in all of these online meetings, I take a few moments also to let my own energy turn the corner and come back towards myself. And as I bring that attention back towards myself, then I can meet you in this group setting in a different way. So, whether you're sitting or whether you're laying down, let your attention come to one of your hands. It doesn't matter which one. And let one of your hands touch somewhere on the front of your body. Either your heart or your solar plexus or your lower belly or anywhere. Could be even on your head if that's where it really wants to be, but just somewhere intuitively you can touch yourself with one of your hands somewhere on the front of your body. It might also be offset, it doesn't have to be centered. Could be just the fingertips or it could be your whole hand, just a simple contact to yourself. And then let a soft breath come in through your nose. And when it's natural for your breath to exhale, let it go out the mouth. So letting the mouth open, let the mouth become a little wide for a few moments. A few times, if you like, letting a breath come in through your nose. Just a natural breath, however it is, and out through your mouth. If your eyes are open and it feels comfortable to let them be closed, let them be closed. And notice for a few moments as you're here, basically doing nothing, the feeling of where your hand is in contact with your body. Breath coming and going as it does in natural breathing. It could be in through the nose, out through the mouth, or in through the nose, out through the nose. It doesn't matter so much, just natural breathing and a contact of your hand to your body. Let your attention rest where there is the contact touch of your hand to your body. And letting attention rest is different than focusing. Focusing usually requires some effort. And there's many times that effort is useful. But in this particular case, it's like letting your attention simply notice that your hand is touching your body. And you might just play a little game and let your attention be your body noticing your hand. Your attention can drift a little bit. It might notice other sounds in the room, other sensations, other inner or outer movements, impulses. Our senses are always registering a lot of what's going on, both internally and externally. So you don't have to try to focus and come back to where your hand touches your body, but now and then come back to the sensation of resting the attention where the hand touches the body. Just becoming a little curious about that sensation. For about 1 minute more, I add few words. Just a soft moment to sense yourself through your own touch. Now, a soft invitation to notice if where your hand touches your body in its neutral way, you may also be able to perceive the rise and the fall or the natural rhythm of your breathing through the tactile sense of your hand. Sometimes we can perceive that, sometimes not. And in a way, a play to let yourself be touched by your own touch. Now, real simple. There was just a little touch in. We're coming back to a lot of practice today, a lot of experiencing through practice. That's the fundament of this training, but real gentle, just letting yourself have a breath come in through your nose, go out through your mouth. Maybe there's a little sound. And then let just a little movement come back into your body. If you're sitting, let a little be a little sway or a little side to side or a little stretch or movement of the arms. If you're laying down, it could be a little morning stretch or a spiral or whatever feels good to your body.